Man, the Ahsoka Disney Plus series really stole the show this weekend at Star Wars Celebration. The trailer was trending #1 throughout the weekend, and the social media conversations around the show have been epic. I think many Star Wars fans are looking to bring the magic back to the franchise, and it simply feels like that is what is happening with the Ahsoka show. On top of that, Dave Filoni was announced to be directing his own Star Wars movie, which is going to be a culmination event of all these different threads that are going on in the Disney Plus show. So all that is kind of added up together to get fans incredibly hyped up for what the Ahsoka show is actually going to be. And I've got a lot to break down for you, and new leaks and reveals that are going to blow your freaking mind. I want to talk about what was actually revealed in the trailer and also what was revealed in the extended trailer that was only shown to people at Celebration. Then I want to talk about some leaks and reveals for the next episode of The Mandalorian, which sets up a Moff Gideon Thrawn connection. It's so freaking cool. And then finally in this video, we've got to talk about leaks for the actual Ahsoka show and how that season is going to end. It is very freaking cool, and we'll tell you a lot about what Filoni has planned for the next chapter of this epic story with Grand Admiral Thrawn. So smash a freaking like button on this video and let's begin. First up, let's break down everything that was revealed at Star Wars Celebration when it comes to the Ahsoka show and Grand Admiral Thrawn. And I'm sure you've seen the trailer. Man, it is epic. And as I stated in the intro, it was trending over the weekend. This was a massive trailer for Star Wars, and the buzz on it seems to be incredibly positive. And we got good looks at the live action versions of Sabine Wren, of Hera, of Chopper, and of Ezra Bridger himself. And I frankly love the live action look for all of these different characters, and we even got better looks at Sabine wielding the green lightsaber of Ezra Bridger in the extended version of the trailer. We're also going to look at the villains of the series, including Morgan Elsbeth, Baylan, Shin, and Grand Admiral Thrawn himself. Of course, Lars Mikkelsen was confirmed to be playing Grand Admiral Thrawn, and we even got a better look at him in the extended trailer. And so we have a look at the basic heroes and the basic villains of the show. I think it's really awesome that Dave is just going for it with Dark Jedi, and I don't think these are Sith characters. In fact, according to the leaks, both Baylan and Shin were Jedi that survive Order 66, and I think you can even see a Padawan braid on Shin. But they all work for Thrawn, and they work for Morgan Elsbeth trying to go get Thrawn from the New Beyond. And when it comes to Thrawn, Dave also revealed during the panel that he was consulting with Timothy Zahn about Thrawn for this show. He just said they really wanted to get it right. And on top of that, George Lucas himself came on set for Ahsoka several different times, and Dave always likes to talk to George about what they are doing over at Star Wars. So it seems like he's kind of getting the nod from the creator himself, and he's getting help from Zahn, the guy that created Grand Admiral Thrawn, to do the character justice in what they are doing. And I think Thrawn looks great. I mean, you can see in this shot from the extended trailer what he actually looks like from the front, and it's brilliant, man. Perfect casting. Of course, Lars also voiced the character in Star Wars Rebels, so it's really cool to see him coming back and doing that in live action. Dave also revealed that the orange tint for these lightsabers is intentional. He talks about how Darth Vader's saber would sort of flicker back and forth between different colors, and even the original Star Wars poster had Vader's saber looking orange tinted. He claimed that this is completely intentional, and it's supposed to say something about these characters. Like maybe they aren't who you think they are right away. And I think these orange sabers really contrast to the pure red sabers of this Inquisitor that's also in the extended trailer that a lot of people think is the 8th brother. Of course, Baylan and Shin being Jedi in the time before Order 66 makes it so they probably have some morality, very similar to Dooku during the events of the prequels. But maybe it's also indicating that these characters might flip back to the light side eventually, and be brought over to Ahsoka's side as they continue to fight against Grand Admiral Thrawn. Another really interesting detail that fans have pointed out from the different trailers and shots is that Shin's lightsaber might actually be Kanan Jarrus' lightsaber. The hilt looks a lot like Kanan's lightsaber, and Kanan's lightsaber was given to Grand Admiral Thrawn during the events of the Star Wars Rebels show. And the idea of Sabine Wren having to fight Shin while Sabine uses Ezra's lightsaber and Shin uses Kanan's partially bled lightsaber is just an awesome epic moment. That would be great for fans if it ends up happening. So that's all the official stuff revealed about Ahsoka from the trailers, extended trailers, comments made by Dave, and things that fans have picked up on. But now I want to talk to you about the Mandalorian Season 3 leaks and how you're going to get this massive tie-in to Grand Admiral Thrawn from Moff Gideon. So slight spoilers for the 7th episode of The Mandalorian Season 3. I'm not going to go full details here. I'm not going to talk about everything that goes on in the episode, but there's apparently a cold open to the episode that is going to see Moff Gideon going to visit something known as the Shadow Council. And this Shadow Council is going to be a council of different people left over from the Empire, different people in charge of the Imperial Remnants, and it's to suggest that not only are all of these different high up people within the Empire still around, but they are all waiting for Grand Admiral Thrawn's plan. Gideon is going to talk about how he doesn't even think they should be waiting for Grand Admiral Thrawn's plan, and the Chiss is nowhere to be seen during this meeting of the Shadow Council, but a lot of other people still believe in Thrawn's grand plan. Gideon's also going to request some Praetorian guards, and there's a lot of discussion about cloning. Apparently, Hux's dad is one of the leaders on the Shadow Council. Of course, he takes the fleet from the Battle of Jakku into the unknown regions, and that's where he's building up the First Order. And so there's at least part of the First Order that is going to be present in this episode and in the Shadow Council. But we're also exploring this idea that in the post Return of the Jedi world, Thrawn was the heir to the Empire. He was the one that was supposed to take over the galaxy completely and bring the Empire back. And all of these different warlords that are parts of Imperial Remnants have this secret council where they're all getting information about Thrawn's big plan. Now, look, there's going to be other stuff that's going on in Episode 7 that's very controversial, and I think a lot of people are still going to be talking about The Mandalorian Season 3 as taking a wildly different direction and, quite frankly, not being as good of a season as Seasons 1 and 2. But I think the main takeaway here is that we're finally going to have it revealed that Thrawn is indeed the puppet master. He is indeed the heir to the Empire, and he's the big bad moving forward. After this season of The Mandalorian, it's all about Thrawn and the Imperial Remnants all coming back together. Okay, now finally let's talk about the crazy leaks about the ending of the Ahsoka series. And of course, we don't want to know how the Ahsoka show ends. Maybe check out the video now, but I'm telling you right now, it's incredibly epic. I don't really care. I'm still really excited to see the show and how it actually unfolds on the screen, but these leaks are incredibly impactful and they give us massive clues of what is coming next for Grand Admiral Thrawn and how Dave is going to tie all of these shows together for this big movie he's going to do. Okay, so this is coming from Making Star Wars, who has been on the spot when it comes to leaks for the Ahsoka show. And what they are saying is that essentially Grand Admiral Thrawn is going to win in the first season of the Ahsoka show. The heroes are going to lose. And so essentially, they're all going into the New Beyond in order to try to rescue Thrawn / Ezra. You're going to have Elsbeth and you're going to have Balin and Shin, and they're trying to get out there to rescue Grand Admiral Thrawn and bring him back into the known galaxy. And you're going to have Ahsoka and Hera and Sabine Wren trying to get out into the New Beyond as well to rescue Ezra. At some point in the series, they're all going to merge together, and in the back half of the show, the heroes are going to try to prevent Grand Admiral Thrawn from returning back into the known galaxy. But just like how the heroes lose in Avengers Infinity War to set up the epicness of Endgame, that's the vibe you're going to get in the first season of Ahsoka. Thrawn's going to win. The heroes are going to lose. And apparently, there is this absolutely epic shot at the end of the series where Grand Admiral Thrawn is standing before his entire army and all of the forces he has available to him, including the other Imperial Remnants, including Balin and Shin, the Night Sisters, these zombie, golden, crazy-looking stormtroopers, and his gold-faced bodyguard, Enoch. Now, in the article, they don't go into what the dialogue that Thrawn is going to say exactly is, right? They don't know what the speech is going to be, but essentially, he's going to be standing in front of this massive war machine, and he's going to be promising that a reckoning is coming for the New Republic, and that they are going to take back the galaxy and reestablish the Empire. And that is absolutely epic for a couple of different reasons. First of all, I had heard a long time ago they were trying to build Thrawn up as the Thanos for Star Wars, and I think this will really solidify that for fans. Like, it's going to be really interesting to watch Thrawn actually win, get back to the known galaxy, and have this incredible force. Like, this guy's a serious threat. He has a brilliant strategic mind, and now he has access to magic users and force users. It's just really, really crazy, and Dave is setting up his version of Heir to the Empire. And so whatever happens next in whatever show comes out next will likely be a lot more intense than what we've seen in the first couple of seasons of Mandalorian and for the Book of Boba Fett show. Now, with a serious big bad and an actual massive threat out there in the galaxy, the scale of these different shows can elevate. You can see massive space battles, crazy battles on different planets. Now, Kathleen Kennedy made it seem like there was more television to happen before Dave actually gets to make this movie. She talked about how the Filoni movie is likely 6 years away. And to me, that means several more years of television shows before stopping those television shows and really building up for that film. And so maybe you're going to get a Luke Skywalker show that sees Luke becoming involved in all of this and gathering up some of the heroes we've met via the other Filoni-verse shows and preparing to beat Thrawn. Maybe you'll see a version of Rangers of the New Republic where you have other characters, really investigating what's going on with Thrawn. Maybe it'll be Ahsoka Season 2 that really sets up how crazy all of this is going on. Or maybe it's another season of The Mandalorian or an entirely new show that takes up a bunch of these different characters. I don't really know for sure, but I know that this kind of an ending for the first season of Ahsoka sets up really crazy conflict in whatever happens next, and I cannot wait to see how all of this plays out and takes us into an absolutely epic movie where you're likely going to see Thrawn with his full power and full fleet, maybe even attacking Coruscant and just having epic battles at the scale that we would expect for a massive Star Wars movie. I'm incredibly excited. I'm so happy that they're setting up Thrawn as the Thanos of this new time period in Star Wars. It's absolutely incredible to me, so I can't wait to see where it goes next. Let me know what you think about all the different updates, the reveals, the leaks, the rumors, all of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash like on this video, and if you want to watch more, why not check out this video I recently did about the good but also very bad news when it comes to the next 3 Star Wars movies.